Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis updated commodities, work our way through the dollar, yields, precious metals, and commodities ETFs that I follow. I'll interject my financial opinions as we go. And if you need help with anything, check out finding-value.com. That is where I dive deeper into all of these topics, looking for potential investment opportunities that span across a wide array of sectors and a wide array of size of companies, dividend paying companies, junior companies, developers, explorers, everything. So if you're interested, we have a Mayday coupon code, MAYDAY. It's one word, Mayday, and you get a discount. Let's dive in. Let's take a look, see what's going on today. We're starting with the dollar, and the dollar still has upside momentum. A little bit of momentum lost today, but not a big deal. Momentum still higher on the dollar. That is generally driven by yields. Yields moving on up. So we've got yields that are split today. We've got the US dollar, the US 2-year moving sideways here in the short term. Looks more like a consolidation. So the momentum is still to the upside, but we are just consolidating sideways. Bigger, longer term, we could eventually roll over and work our way lower, potentially on the 2-year yield. Looking at the 10-year is still drifting higher, and the momentum is still to the upside, and that's what I have in the short term still. Longer term, we could be looking for a potential rollover somewhere soon. And then the 30-year is continuing to go higher, and we're breaking through into the pattern again. And we'll see if we stay there. It's got any sort of staying power. So yields on the long end are up. The 2-year fell 1%, and the dollar was flat today. TYX-TNX ratio up, which means that the 30-year went up more than the 10-year. That is generally conducive for a rising precious metals price, specifically gold. Bond prices down a little bit with rising yields on the long end. We're down a little bit. We're getting into support at this area for TLT. So we're getting some support. And there's that support level that we're at, the crossing of these two support levels. We've got the 2 and 10-year. It is on inverting today, and that's generally a tailwind behind precious metals. And if I were to throw in that guy there, we could be getting real close to breaking through this uptrend and uninverting or steepening the yield curve here. Gold up $22 an ounce. Looks pretty good, actually. This is a bullish engulfing candlestick. It's engulfing the one before it. Generally a bottoming pattern to move higher. So I think it looks good to move on up for gold. We've got silver up 2%. That is still above the support level. And we could very easily make a run higher here if the buyers want to step in and push it. Gold looks good. Silver, therefore, also looks good. We are on top of a lot of support, this big support line down here and the support line up here. So we've got a lot of support underneath us. Looks pretty good to go higher. Platinum up 2.5%. We're still below the trend line, but nice little reversal we got going on today, and we'll see if we can get some momentum built to the upside. Palladium also up 3.37, rocketing off of that support level there. Bigger, longer term, that's a big support level going across. And you can see we're starting to accelerate to the upside, looking pretty good for palladium. GDX up 2.6%, looking good. GDXJ up 3.42%, even better. And SILJ up 4.1 or 2%. I'm doing this a half hour before market close. I got to hustle for my daughter's birthday, so but this is breaking back through that support resistance line, coming back up. So that looks really good. Looking at XE to gold ratio, the gold and silver mining companies are outperforming gold itself. That's what we want to see. And we are above all of those resistance lines. So we back on out. There's the big resistance line. We are above that, and that looks good to work its way on up from a very low level. The opportunity is here. It is such a good opportunity. And again, I'll go over some of those opportunities in the midweek updates we do and on the question and answer sessions on the weekend. If you still haven't seen those opportunities, we are loaded. Let it rip. Let it rip. Crude oil up 3.8%. Looking really good. So we've got this double bottom that we have. We came and broke out of that and then did a retest. And now we are heading higher. I would like to see this break the bigger pattern. The bigger pattern is this guy right here. That's the bigger pattern. I'd like to break out of that. If we break out of that, or when, however you want to say it, when or if, then it's full bull mode. I'm already locked and loaded. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Full bull mode. Let's get going. The companies we are in are going to pay the shareholders massive dividends and do share buybacks. So I'm ready for it, man. I am ready for it. TTF net gas up 4.24%, looking fantastic. There it is, right at resistance again. Nat gas in America up a little bit. We've just been slowly creeping down right underneath support resistance, the white line going across. This could almost be a big double bottom there too. Almost. We've got like double bottoms, and this maybe is a big double bottom. What is this? We've got a potential double bottom right here. And then if you zoom in, we have another potential double bottom. And then if you zoom in, we've got another double bottom. We've got a dream within a dream within a dream of a setup. And I'm wondering if there's another double bottom, because this one goes across here. And this is your big double bottom there that we could eventually make. So that's good for natural gas longer term. Our boy XOP, yeah, you know me, up 1.1%. We've broken through the downtrend here. And I'm looking for a move higher as long as crude oil continues its way on up. That is on a gigantic shoulder head shoulder where we've got a launching pad of a technical formation, and the monthly candlestick is a bullish engulfing to move higher. OIH also moving on up, another bullish engulfing on the monthly there, and short term looks kind of nasty. Could maybe draw a line, a little bit of resistance through there or something, but a little ugly on the short term. But very similar setup to XOP, a little different. Newcastle coal futures, we are up 2.2%, looking pretty good. I'd like to break this resistance area through here, going across at about $157-ish. That's where I'd like to break and get elongated. The big green candlestick guys start to work our way on up with the breakout. I'll probably break out with energy if energy breaks out here. Energy being oil. Sprott-Phillips Uranium Trust getting a little bit of selling pressure today, down 2.35%, just coming off there. This still looks fine, guys. I mean, we're in the bigger pattern, this bigger pattern here. We've broken out of the squeeze up here to the upside, so everything still looks good. Just be patient. Uranium futures pricing continues to move higher. That's a good thing, working its way on up. We've got URA up just a little bit. But it's been hanging out here, not a ton of selling pressure, still looks good. You could also say that that's a retest, kind of a retest here, and we'll see if we can get some oomph to punch through. It might take some time, but we just hit our head on some resistance and we're just coming on back. URNM doing the same thing, very similar, and URNJ up 1.5%. It's very similar, guys. There's not a ton of selling pressure here. I wouldn't get too worried yet. Looking at copper moving up, but the momentum still to the downside in the short term. So there's copper there. COPX up just a little bit, 1.3%. It looks okay. Not necessarily at a buy spot or anything like that. Iron ore up 1.4, looking okay. Still above a lot of the support lines that I see. We've got aluminum up 1.8. We're ping-ponging between resistance and support. Back and forth there. We've got nickel moving sideways, looking like a double bottom is in progress. Still looks good to go higher for nickel. We have Mu down just a teeny bit, down 0.16. Still looks good, guys. When you start and you're above, you break out this way, I'm looking for a move higher as long as we're above support. So I'm going to say that every time until we go, or we break through the support level. Emerging markets slightly higher today, but again, we're sitting on top of things. It's broken upward for a reason, and I do think that will continue. We'll probably see yields drop at some point, and maybe the dollar drops, and that'll be jet fuel for emerging markets. The currencies all look good for emerging markets. KRE still looks good. We've been in a consolidation here with small selling pressure coming across, and I think eventually we'll work our way on up. TAN down 3.83%, doesn't like strong yields, is my guess. Lithium just moving sideways. It's holding on, nice big bottom there. We had a monster move here, so we might consolidate for some time. REMX doing the same thing. We might consolidate. We've had a big move in a very short period of time, and sometimes it consolidates in a sideways action. Baltic Dry Index coming back to that support level here soon. So here we are, 1800-ish level. XHB down 2%. We are right on support. We'll see if support holds. Or XHB. Not a ton of selling pressure up here. So it still looks okay, but yields are weighing on this. Mortgage rates and yields are weighing on the home builders. Russell 2000 down a little bit, but still above support. Still looks good. Still holding on. SPX down a teeny bit too. Still above support. Everything holding on. Still looks good to go higher at this time. NASDAQ down just a teeny bit, but still looks good to go higher for the short term. SMCI down 2.4%. Yeah, this momentum's to the downside. We got to get some big green candlesticks for me to change my mind. It is starting to change here, but we still need to throw in some big candlesticks and put in the work. NVIDIA up a little bit, still looks good to go higher. That is broken the downtrend, big green candlesticks, small red candlesticks, looks good, good, good. Bitcoin down a little bit, still looks good to go lower, momentum to the downside. That momentum started here, and it could end here pretty soon because usually this size is this size that it pulls on down. We've got Ethereum down 0.35%, kind of stair step in here, and we could go down a little bit further. Momentum's to the downside at this time. But generally when you break through, this is a 3-hump consolidation. When you break through this, you get a return move, and it could be potentially back to this level at 2176. That would be probably the buy point if we get positive signals at this level down here. But that's what I've got for today, guys. Give me a thumb up for the content. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website if you'd like. We do have a question and answer session coming up on Saturday, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. You can bring whatever you want there. Ask me whatever you'd like. I can help you find companies. I can help you find ETFs. I can help you answer questions, whatever it is. I can't advise anybody one-on-one or anything like that, but I can share my opinions. I can share what works for me. I can share the companies that I like, and you guys can follow it or not. But that's what I've got for today. We'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.